are, everyone. Look at that. So that's the tiny little 2-week-old. Mother is not being very nice. Oh, look at that. She keeps warning the youngster away. There we go. Almost looked like there was a fresh wound on the side of her face, but I don't think it is. I think it's just some of the red skin that she has. Definitely more agitated than normal. Unless the little one's just playing. Isn't that lovely? Now, a little while back, Inga posted a picture of 2 hyena cubs, or one a day before, and one in the evening and one then in the morning. And because I said that I thought there was only one cub here, one this age. And Inga, you posted those 2 photographs, and they did look different, I must say. I think it had something to do with the fact of the lighting. I also think there could well have been some dust on this thing, on the little one's face, after a night of probably some activity, and maybe a scuffle with the 7-week-old cub. Inga, I'm 99% sure that there is only one 2-week-old cub here. Otherwise, they would both come out. There's another adult arriving the other side. Just have a quick look there. There she is. And I hope that's the pretty one. Maybe she's going to call out her youngster. No, I don't know that it is. She's got a big notch out of her left ear as well. There, you can see it. Look at this. Watch. Yeah, that manky mum is definitely a very dominant female in this clan. That's her little one calling. Never heard that before. She's now calling into the... Oh, that's the adult. You hear it echo. Right, to the right tips. There we go. Now watch as she does it. She puts her head right on the floor, and that sends the sound scuttling off, and it echoes down through the trees. It's unbelievable. That's the only sound other than a lion's roar that I've ever heard echo like that. Oh, look. That 7-week-old cub has come out. This is bizarre. Unless there's a tunnel that goes right through this mound. Oh, this is absolutely fascinating. Pretty sure that's the same cub, everybody. I think there's a tunnel all the way through. Sorry about the technical issues, everybody. It's totally unpredictable. And that skin on her right shoulder does appear to be quite raw. I don't know if it's a wound so much as a skin lesion that she's got. Actually has kind of on the rest of her skin. Now that does look like a bit of a wound. It's obviously bugging her, and I wonder where it's come from. Fascinating, fascinating stuff, this. Hello everybody, I believe we're live. Communications issue is a little bit difficult here, but we have a picture, and that's the most important thing, and there's the little baby. So, fascinating stuff. I think, just to reiterate, I don't know what you heard and what you didn't while the screen was going black. But I think there's a tunnel that goes all the way through the termite mound. That is not uncommon. I'm still convinced that there's only one cub of this age here. There is a 7-week-old cub in there, I think, unless she's moved. I think it's highly unlikely that she's moved. And I don't know how much of that whooping calling you got, but it was stunning to see how the sound echoed through the bush. And just, I don't know if you can appreciate how unusual that is. I've heard baboons shouting. They make a much louder noise. If I was to stand here and make the loudest noise I could, it would not reverberate through the bush at all. Look at that injury. She really is a mangy creature. I wonder if it isn't some sort of eczema. And Maryland and Ontario, you're just confirming that that tunnel does go all the way through. I thought it did, because I think I've seen a 7-month-old go into that side, at least 7-week-old, go in there and come out the other side. So lots of excavating, and I think what that means is that this is an old den site. It's been used very often. Because each new cub that's born here will dig its own little shelf to lie on. As Raisa says, oh, look at her. Yeah, that's not the scarlet. Raisa, you say that there's something unusual happening at the den all the time. I have to agree with you. It's always fascinating. I could quite happily, if there were hyenas here, spend all day, and I think I might actually, the next time I either have a day off or there's a sort of cloudy day when I don't cook to death in the sun, I might come and sit here all day, just bring a book to read and see what happens. This is probably Africa's most fascinating carnivore, I think. Most unpredictable, probably the least understood. That's fantastic. CYN and Sleepy One, you're wondering where the 7-week-old cub is, probably down the den. She won't come out while this dominant hyena is here. We've seen her, even with her mother here, not want to come out with this dominant hyena sitting around the den here. Right, everybody, that's it for the afternoon. Thank you very much for your wonderful comments. You've had me in stitches of laughter the whole time. Thank you. Big thanks to Tibbs, thanks Louise and Nikki in the final control, and to Brent, of course, and the inimitable Andrew. We will see you tomorrow at 0500 in the glory of the African dawn. Stay safe and happy. See you then. Bye-bye.